Today, I want to discuss about my neighbor Anita with Dr. Falguni Jani about the symptoms she has. Dr. Falguni Jani, Anita has symptoms like restlessness and fear since last 2 weeks or more. She was telling me that she was unable to do her day-to-day work or take any decisions. She also feels that she has rapid heartbeats and sweating, and she wants to know what is your diagnosis of these symptoms. Before we discuss these symptoms with Dr. Falguni Jani, I would like to introduce her to all of you today. Dr. Falguni Jani is an integral psychotherapist. Since the last 25 plus years, she has helped over thousands of people overcome anxiety and different kind of mental health conditions without medicines or without side effects. Today, we are going to be discussing with her regarding overcoming anxiety and steps towards inner peace. We welcome you, Dr. Falguni Jani.
Yes, the kind of symptoms that you have described happens when a person is undergoing anxiety. Anxiety, though it may sound as a very simple day-to-day affair, but actually it is a great emotional disturbance. And in that kind of emotional disturbance, a person enters into a zone of imagination and fear. And imagination of the kind that is mostly negative. Exaggerated fear, imaginary fear, things that their mind says this might happen, that might happen. Now let me give you an example. When a student knows deeply that perhaps he or she has not studied well or finds the subject overwhelming, they fear that they might do badly. Even after writing an exam, when they are not confident, they feel extreme anxiety that they might fail. This kind of situation happens to employees also, who feel that they are not performing well and they may be demoted. So there are several examples that I'll be giving you along this interview that simply understood, anxiety is nothing but imaginary fear for the future that might not happen.
Okay, that's interesting not to know. When you were talking about fear, I got a question in my mind and I want to clarify with you. Can you please clarify what is the difference between anxiety, fear, and nervousness? Or are they same or are they different?
You see, anxiety is the result of fear and stress. Either of the things can start and result in anxiety. You may be in a stressful situation, and as days go by, you may become anxious. Or when you are fearful of something, as you said, your friend Anita was feeling physical symptoms of increased heartbeats, palpitations, nervousness, sweaty palms, etc. So, fear and stress also cause anxiety.
Fear and stress also causes anxiety. Thank you for clarifying the difference, Dr. Zani. Now, what is the cause of anxiety?
You see, all these things are part of human personality. So, some persons' psychological makeup is such that they always tend to think negatively. They are pessimistic and they have certain personality issues like low confidence, low self esteem, and they always imagine the worst to happen. So, what they do is that they project certain situations that might not happen. Now, in my earlier interviews with you, I have told you that there is a connection between body and mind.
That's correct.
I knew a girl, Tina, my neighbor's cousin. She had a small boil on her forehead. That void would have vanished after a few days. But she starts imagining it and she starts scratching it, applying 10 things during the day for the void to disappear. Now, it became a bigger and bigger scar. It grew in size, and when she met the doctor said that you have created it. It was not there before. So her anxiety, her fear, her nervousness caused that small void to become a bigger void and leave a scar on her forehead.
Oh dear, even I didn't know about this. I hope she's okay now. So, Dr. Jani, this is a very new information that you have shared with us today, that anxiety can actually cause so many problems to us. I'm sure that the viewers have understood that we need to take care of anxiety and overcome it at the right time to avoid more problems in our lives. Dr. Jani, can you please share on how to overcome anxiety?
One can practice breathing exercise, do yogasanas, also go in for mindfulness practices. Yaha also offers self-care practices to be followed.
These self-help treatments that is available in Yaha Life, on what approach is it based on and how does it work?
Yes, it is based on the integral psychotherapy approach, which goes a little bit deeper into the person's emotional nature. Basically, anxiety occurs to people who are very sensitive. They react to situations in a very, very overwhelming and negative way. And since they are not able to understand and control the situation by their own inner strength, they tend to become over anxious. And simple anxiety is, of course, a very normal day to day thing. But this kind of people, they suffer an anxiety syndrome, which really disturbs them a lot and stops them from.
So they're not able to perform any activities because of this oversensitivity and anxiety?
Exactly. They cannot function normally because they are so worried and they are so much helpless and nervous at the same time. And all these things take their energy down, their physical energy, their emotional energy, their mental energy. So, integral psychotherapy tries to understand the nature of the person and helps them to overcome accordingly. So, in a way, I would say that we do have certain general self care practices. At the same time, we also, on a one to one counseling basis, understand a particular person's own set of situations which make them anxious and nervous.
Yes, that's very true, Dr. Falguni Jani. Even I remember a close friend, Meena, who was undergoing anxiety due to people commenting about her way of dressing and other choices in her life. She could not take any comments lightly. Later on, it started affecting her body, like she would get tired easily and could not complete her daily chores. In this situation, what would you prescribe?
Yeah, so this is where I prescribe affirmations for anxiety and stress, which is available in English or Hindi. Now, since the energy level of the person is already low, making them do difficult tasks is not a good idea. Hence, it's best for people to listen to anxiety and stress affirmations and overcome anxiety effortlessly. Now, why I'm saying this, that those who are sensitive to social media comments, those who are sensitive to the attitudes and behaviors of people around them in the family or in the neighborhood or in the workplace, such people should really observe themselves and find out what has disturbed them. So when they can find out where the negative emotions are buried, they can overcome them. Now, many people feel the symptoms but do not know from where they are arising. So, these overcome anxiety and stress affirmations go to the subconscious level, and from there it clears and cleans the negative emotions, and all the reactions that they feel during the day is completely cleared away, deleted, and they feel fresh in the morning. So, it is very important that everyone understands that having a good, joyful mood helps in work and creativity and harmonizing relationships all around.
Thank you for your profound explanation, Dr. Falguni Jani. So I understand that according to your prescription, all the individuals need to do is download the affirmations for anxiety and stress, which is a self-help treatment tool, and they have to put their earphones and listen to it. And once they listen to it, they are able to feel their anxiety effortlessly release from them on its own. So, I would like to now know, in case if people want to meet you on a one-on-one counseling session, how can they meet you?
They can book a counseling session with me, and I will help them understand the situations which make them anxious. And I will also give them a master key to unlock their own personality secrets. By secrets, I mean those factors, those triggers that make them feel low confidence, that make them feel nervous, helpless, anxious, stressful, fearful. So, all these factors, when I talk to them based on the integral psychotherapy approach, will help them to have complete awareness as well as control of all that happens in their life.
So, as I understand, your one-on-one counseling sessions is also based on integral psychotherapy approach, and the self-help treatment for anxiety and stress which you prescribe for them to practice in their house after your session is also based on integral psychotherapy approach, right?
Absolutely. So, every person who wants to overcome anxiety and stress can download them and use them as suggested by you by putting on the earplugs and listening in a very calm and quiet atmosphere. But another important factor is that they should trust the process of healing that is accompanied by these affirmations. Now, a person like Suresh, who got these overcome anxiety and stress affirmations, had full faith in the process. So initially, he had so many doubts that he will not be able to overcome anxiety because Suresh was afraid of taking a flight. He was afraid of traveling by air, and he would feel extremely nervous and cancel his tickets at the last moment. But when he started using these overcome anxiety and stress affirmations, within a few weeks, it changed him completely. And he used them again and again and reported to me that all his anxiety has gone. So do use them, but use them with faith and trust in the healing processes that are included in this therapy.
Now, dear viewers, I would like to do a quick recap. We have discussed with Dr. Falguni Jani today on how to overcome anxiety and to take proper steps towards inner peace. The links for the self-help treatment to overcome anxiety and stress, both in Hindi and English, is available in the description box below. And if anybody would like to reach on a one-on-one counseling session directly to Dr. Falguni Jani, the link for that is available in the description as well. Please understand Living with anxiety can be overwhelming and it can affect your daily life, causing problems at work and at home. These can be overwhelming problems for you, so you must take help at the right time. I wish to thank Dr. Falguni Jani for a great session. And as an adult, Dr. Falguni Jani, this session has been truly enriching for me. Dear viewers, we trust that you have received answers on the methods and tools you can use to overcome anxiety and the steps towards inner peace. We pray for you and your family's well being. Namaskar.